Good evening to one and all present here. I'm Mahima Bhatt, SAC volunteer, Bangalore Section, will be your host for this evening. I welcome all of you to SAC Leadership Meet 1. Let me give a brief introduction about Bangalore Section. It is one of the most vibrant and dynamic IEEE section across globe. Over the years, the strength of the section has grown steadily, and currently the section membership stands more than 12,000. This membership is spread across various sectors and is a nice blend of industry, academia, and research organizations. Dr. Aloknath De is the chair of IEEE Bangalore section. I'm privileged to welcome Chair of Bangalore section, Dr. Aloknath De, to this meet. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
I heartily welcome SAC Chair, Dr. Parameshachari B D, to this meet. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
On behalf of IEEE Bangalore section, I cordially welcome all the dignitaries present in this event. I request all the participants to stay muted for the smooth conduction of event. And I request all of you to drop your doubts in chat box so that we can clear it in Q&A session. Now, I would like to introduce our Bangalore section chair, Dr. Aloknath De. He has been Chief Technology Officer of Samsung India for over a decade. He is an adjunct professor in IISc Bangalore and IIT Jodhpur. Dr. De has over 30 years of industry and business experience, including BEL, Nortel, Hughes, ST Ericsson as country director, and Samsung Electronics as corporate vice president. During 2005 and 11, he served as visiting adjunct professorship with IIT Roorkee and IIT Delhi. He holds BTech from IIT Kharagpur, Master of Engineering from IISc Bangalore, and PhD from McGill University, Montreal. Dr. De is recipient of Alexander Graham Bell Prize in Canada. He has received IEEE Memorial Awards for distinguished contributions in electronics and communication, IDC Insights Award for Innovation in Telecom, Zinov Award for Entrepreneurship, ASSOCHAM Award for Corporate Tech Leadership, NASACOM AI Game Changer Award, among many others. He is Chairman for Ministry of Electronics and IT, National Steering Committee for Technology and ICT for Agriculture and Environment. He is a senior member of IEEE and Chair 2023 for IEEE Bangalore section. He is a fellow of IEI and is in the National Council representing Electronics and Telecom Division. He is also fellow of IET and Indian National Academy of Engineering. Dr. Alok promotes science and technology linkage and has been actively involved in patenting intellectual property, culminating in innovative products. With his leadership, Samsung India has touched 7,500 plus patents cumulatively by 2021. This prompted company to receive national IP awards multiple times from Government of India for highest number of patent filings and grants. He also has been spreading Samsung's investment in Indian startups through Samsung Venture and is also an angel investor. Recently, he has co-edited a book on 6G mobile wireless networks and with Springer. His main research interest is in cyber physical systems with underlying technologies of augmented intelligence and secure IoT. This was a brief introduction about him. Now I request Sir to enlighten us with his valuable words.
Thank you, Mahima. It was not so brief, but nonetheless, thank you for reading out. I appreciate. And welcome everybody. Good evening. You know, this is our 2023 SAC leadership meet that we have set, because here there are students, professors, branch counselors, many others that have joined. And so I welcome everybody in this evening, pre-Republic Day evening. So AGM happened of Bangalore section on 8th of January. And upon taking leaderships, I have thanked all these years, 45 years before this year, that people, previous chairs, the exicom members, all have been contributing to bring this section to the present stage. So we would love to maintain a lot of places continuity, but also every chair, every year, every execom, all of us also hope to do something new, some bringing some changes, experiment with new things. So I have talked about 10 levers, that we are going to apply to change directions, to strengthen our activities. And I think those who have attended, they have seen that. If you have not got it, I have posted in the branch counselor group, and we can share with you, because I'm not planning to go through that 10 levers, but it is very important for all of the people to get the essence, because until and unless we are all going together in same directions, we won't be able to produce the effect. It's a vectorial additions of everybody's efforts that makes things happen. Subsequently, I also did on 21st of January a exicom meeting. It went 2 hours, and some of the people from subsection society chairs, they also joined in that exicom. We have filled with 33 members in Bangalore sections. I understand that Mysore subsection, Bangalore, they have had their AGM also ratified, and very soon North Karnataka is doing, but all the subsections also have their execoms. Most of the societies have also gone through this phase, and they are ready. That same day, 21st Jan, after 2 hours of execom, we also had another 2 hours of society chairs meet, and a lot of interesting points, suggestions that have come from the society chairs. Now, I believe the societies are very important. Sections, subsections are the backbone, is the platform through which it can operate. It has to hold, it has to anchor. But I have been ComSoc chair-elect for 3 years, and very deeply associated. We can bring a lot of values through the societies. So therefore, I coined a term, and this is my first lever, which is called SEC-SOC. The sections with the societies working together. Now, some places sections would be first, societies would support. Some cases societies would play the primary role, and section would just support. Until and unless we go together, we would not be able to produce the impact with so many professionals that are there in Karnataka and things. So we cannot miss it. So this is a big change lever that I would say, and SECSOC is one word that I want everybody to kind of adopt and then absorb into this, because we have 39 societies globally, and I believe even in Bangalore we have 30 plus in a very active mode. I mean, at least 20 very active, and 10 possibly are shaping up. So that is my first point I wanted to highlight from those meetings. And today we are into fourth meeting after AGM and Exicom and the society chairs meeting. This is SAC leadership meet. And Dr. Parameshachari has also built his team across subsections, student representative. So SAC activities are in full swing. Let me make few more points. In fact, many more points, because this is a first meeting, and I would love to articulate these points so that you get, and you're in remote places, and we all need to put our effort together. First of all, the SAC activity, SEC-SOC is there, but SAC is also important. So Chengappa reminded me the SEC-SOC SAC. So we'll keep it. And that's my second point that was there, that how do we make programs student or YP centric? IEEE is a platform. There are community services, there are industries, and everything is there. But primarily, it is for the students and the researchers as a platform. It's a learning platform. It's a collective intelligence platform. So therefore, I think all of you, those who are, student members, graduate student members, and even branch counselors, and those who are part of it, many a times I hear these, we are doing so many programs, people are not coming and things like that. So I am asking you, I won't give an answer, but I only can ask questions so that you can do. In business, we always talk about customers first and customer centric. So in this, the students and researchers are the first and foremost, right? So any program that you design, please ask this question: who is it for? And what I mean by who is it for, is it a robotics community? Is it for all the students? Is it for those who are not able to do, for them to catch up, or those who are doing well, for them to do better? Who is it for? Have you got the right speakers? Have you touched upon it? It's easy to fill the slots, but have you got the right speakers? Have you put the effort to go beyond and to try out the best set of speakers? And it takes time. Have you started early enough to find them? Is the program too long? Is the program too short? Have you given enough notice to people to join? If you just prepare tonight the design of the program and you expect people to join, it just doesn't happen. Have you promoted enough? Have you defined the learning outcome? These are very, very vital points. So any programs that you do, please think about it. And you arrange also many conferences through universities. Prepare for it well. In fact, today we are doing this, but the next, webinar that we have fixed it on 28th of January and also 11th of February, which is about conference organization education workshop. And it's very important to go through very systematically on 28th Jan. Those who have not got, please take the pamphlet and join it.
Should I
3
drop,
to
sir?
5 p.m.
If it will, you.
Yeah, so please join in to be able to do that. What is important to know is that the webinar styles, in the COVID period, the way we have done it, it's not the same. We have changed to the physical and sometimes hybrid, but the notice, the preparation, people, there is an overhead. Therefore, if we continue to do same number of events that we have done in the COVID period in webinar mode, that is not possible. So please even reduce it, but make it more compact and value oriented. So this is one important message that I wanted to give. Next point I wanted to highlight is on this annual plan. This is the time, and this presentation today, Dr. Parameshachari will cover. We have to submit your 31st Jan, and I was reviewing some of the plans that you have submitted yesterday. Now I see 2 colleges have same goals. So I think it's important to put your thoughts, maybe there is a template, but utilize this, because every places, you have your positions, you are, chair for something, vice chair for something, social media. So it's all great and you're doing hard work. I'm telling the students, even last night you jump in and put a lot of efforts, but also, think well, conceive well, make it like a very solid that what you mean to do. So these kinds of forms looks like a form, but it's your time to conceptualize, to think, to be different. So I would suggest, again, have the mentorships and please utilize your branch counselors and others' knowledge and try to make and submit it on time. If you have the discipline with quality, I think you would be able to do a lot of good programs. So that's my message on the annual plan, and I leave rest to the SAC chairs. I would like to highlight also that we have been doing through the branches, and branch counselors are playing good role, and student bodies obviously, but this time we are doing a new thing because I wanted to connect with the principals and the directors and the deans and vice chancellors. And I have started already in this month itself. I have met between last month and this month many of them. In fact, we are doing 4th February a physical event in Christ University, which is called Principals Forum. We have 2 panels, and in which 2 sets of 4 speakers, from vice chancellor to deans are going to be speaking. The theme is the role of professional network in NEP 2020 implementation. NEP 2020 is real, and a lot of student branch activities qualify for these 100 points that are there that AICTE has told as a gating point. So instead of just certificates here and there, I think the student body's activities, how can we convert that into points, and principals or vice chancellors supporting through the branch counselor to that level? This is our goal. I will share maybe in another meeting the outcome from there. And this is a closed door, not like too many people coming, but select execoms chairs from different, because we wanted to make it a brainstorming things rather than an it's not a conference, it's not a workshop, it's more to get points so that we can do, and what can we bring in new things, for example, design thinking, many things that are being talked about in NEP 2020. What can IEEE create and align to take it forward? That is the vision that we have set. Let me hope for it. It's the first time, so I'm crossing my finger, but I'm sure there will be many outcomes, and I've seen enthusiasm among the principals and vice chancellors. So let me come back on that later. So I know I'm taking a bit longer, but I have a few more points that I wanted to highlight. I hope you can adjust that. One point that I wanted to give it back to students, and I want your help, because many awards that we do for students, the branches, the best branches towards the end of the year, it's mostly objective and quantitative. How many events did you do, how many hours did you do, how many participants did attend. This doesn't talk about quality in a very nice way. There are some angles, obviously, and there are implicit quality involved, but I would like it to be a bit more explicit. Qualitative dimension, explorative dimensions, the uniqueness of your programs. Even if you do less and somebody has done more, but all are repetitive, but one has done a new explorations of one type, or a little bit venture oriented, little bit thinking that is applied. So I would leave it to the student bodies, volunteers to give me, correct that award template, whatever we circulate, and take it and maybe form something. I do not know, I'd leave it to SAC, but give it back to me with saying what should be the right metrics to do it, where quantitative and qualitative aspects both are there. So again, I'm not going to put another committee. I would love to get it from the student bodies for them, or from the branches, depending on which award. And you suggest to us, we will have a sanitization committee and give it back. So that's my one suggestion that I have. Now, let me come to another point, that I'm a very data-driven person. We built AIoT platform with data analytics, and I have seen these OU analytics in that. So yesterday also I checked. So Kerala is 15,907 members, student plus professionals. Beijing is 13,430, and Bangalore is 12,844. This January month itself, we have grown 650 members from the 31st December number to today's number. Yesterday's number is almost like roughly 650 that have joined. So I would like to really thank you and congratulate, because a lot of people, momentum that we created is happening. But I also want to highlight that from the second position, we are 600 short. So by March, that's my goal. If you could support, because there are many activities, and if you have done in 21 days, 650, I'm sure this number is not big. I'm not driven by numbers, but I would love to secure the second position first, because Kerala is doing well, and that's great. But why not? Bangalore is known. I call it New India's World Valley, Bangalore. Bangalore meaning, I'm meaning Karnataka, beyond Bangalore, and all of us together. New India's World Valley. the Silicon Valley's, we can change definitions. The new value I've tried in Samsung, we can do this. And, let's set some goals and you can do. I hear, 1,000 rupees is expensive and things like that. We are giving support. We'll continue to give support wherever possible. But I think you also need to understand, you have to invest in yourself. There are, compared to your total cost of education, IEEE has a lot of materials, a lot of people that are on this platform, all companies. So I think it's important not to see what the amount is, but how to leverage this benefit of this. Even those who are remote with this webinars and other things, please find new ways of leveraging and not worry too much about it. And we would support it, whatever we can do. So I'm setting this as a kind of request to you. Uh, More you leverage, more I think you'll progress in your career. Earlier, the companies used to hold because somebody joining the company, they used to retire from there. So the company used to be the professional growth engine. Now people change companies, right? So what is your one thing that is constant? IEEE can take that place and can be an anchor point in being that constant. So please think about it. I'm not here to, unnecessarily propagate thoughts, but there is value, and that's why we are all here. I started in 1990. Otherwise, we would not take this effort on top of our additional work. But I think you understand this. Now, I just want to say a few more points very quickly. One is with the student branches, if you can add societies, that would be great. Typically, worldwide, the number of student branch and number of student branch, the societies are same, student branch societies. So they have one each, possibly, on an average, I'm saying. So I would love to have each of these student branches to have one, two, three. There are some with seven. I'm not asking you to go beyond. That's good numbers. But those who have it lesser, if you can add one more society, I think they can bring value. And you can fine tune it based on your college that is there and your college interests. That will be nice. There are a few dormant student branch. If we can awaken them, not all of them, but those who are half asleep, I'd love to awaken them. And those who are coming new, student branches opening, please grow it, take our support and do it. So that's on the student branch. And now a few things that SAC leadership meet that we are doing this month. BC meet, branch counselor meet, will do alternate months. And I've left it to the SAC team to decide whether how many to do in the year. But definitely July, I'm planning a physical meet of the branch counselor in Bangalore when Connect happens. That's our target. And August, we would love to have a student congress physical. These are the two physicals. The rest, I think, by doing webinar, we can connect to remote places. So it's best way to preach than physical. That's the plan, and student congress could be very interesting ones if we plan ahead of time, not last minute, with interesting things. Now, so section has defined 4 flagships. BHTC, it's happening in Mysore this time on good health and well-being in March. Code Express, this is first time hackathon. It will happen in 6 colleges and it's 29-30th April. Connect is 14 to 16 July in MSRIT with the theme of cyber physical systems, intelligent, connected, and trusted. And BTC is Bangalore Technology Conclave, in which industries would participate. And I would love many this time to add something related to student employment, entrepreneurships, and we will plan early. So these are 4 flagship things. The important thing is the Code Express, which is the hackathon that will happen in 6 colleges, including 3 in subsections, 1 each and 3 in the section. I would love you all to participate or encourage others, because that's why we are doing. I understood that hands-on things you would love to do, and this is an opportunity. It's a pan-India. We have opened it for all. Tomorrow we are soft launching, and 1st Feb we will be opening it, the portal. So please prepare, and once you get to know, you have a month to submit the proposals, and then shortlisting will happen to do it. So either you are participating, or you will be helping in the as volunteers, or if you're senior, then mentors. I'd love you to participate. And those who would be selected, shortlisted, we would prepare them, mentor them for extreme. So I'm going to align between this event and the extreme global participation. We should increase and even there do well. Bangalore is the place. We are in 4th, 5th, somewhere in the participation. Not many are winning. I think we need to change that. And this is my effort towards that to make it happen. Last 2 points quickly before I close and ask for your questions, if time permits. One is our website is not in good shape. And many of the 45 years, many things are not there. Now, I cannot archive very quickly. I have created a 5-year standing committee to celebrate in 2027 our 50th year. So that's a parallel with the previous chairs and senior mentors. We will continue to do prepare separately, and so we'll archive. But first, to get it to the right level, I have proposed to even secretary and SAC, we should have a website huddle, and designers, the best the designers by March time, 1 weekend, and only goal is to collaborate to make our website the best with whatever 20 to 23, not even looking past, but at least these organize well and look and feel to be there. So I was tempted to give it to outside, but then I got this idea, why not to bring the designers? And you look for participation, you look for certificates. So many great website designers are there, and we cannot just do piecemeal. So the best way to do 1 weekend, spend there, do the things and best, and we can celebrate, we can recognize everything, and I get at the end of it a great website. So if you like the idea, please work it out, and I've given it to the secretary to handle along with SAC. Last point to close is, it's also fun, it's also game, not all serious things, so softer things. I have not seen too much of trekking and other kinds of events. I'm sure at the student branches that we are doing, but section level, why not? We can have in the student congress maybe a final of a chess or some games, Satranj ki Khilari, have some fun. And I have also kick-started the best photo of the month. And Ashini Hola is responsible. Every month end, all the events that happen different places, you can submit your best choices from wherever it is, and we will give some gift voucher and keep collecting the best pictures from different sources. So best photo, and I have done my part of little bit of injections, but if others have ideas, then I would love to take it and make it a fun place, and not all the serious and AI, IoT, 5G. That's our bread and butter, and we'll continue to do. But let's also enjoy this big gathering of 12,000 plus people. So thank you. That's all I had to say, and wish you all the best.
Thank you for sharing all the information, sir. It is time for Q&A session. If you have any queries, please unmute or drop your message in chat box.
If it's in the chat box, please somebody can read it out.
Yes, sir. I will check it out.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, please go ahead.
Hey, you said that you'll give us a time for to upload our proposals for the hackathon.
Yes, that's for all.
Yeah.
All them. Yes.
Is it
Yes.
for proposal for hosting the hackathon or just for volunteering?
No, I think this is for hackathon submissions. Proposals for venue, I think we have finalized. 3+3, 1+1+1. We have invited, we had a committee who looked into it, and we have finalized. So we'll share within this week. So it's more for participate and then volunteering to join or to mentor. That's the part, yeah. Other question, anything?
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, please.
Can we do something for students internship with some proposal from industry? So our students get exposure to industry, some project where industry people are working and some part they can give to students and they can also learn what is happening in industry.
See, all the industries have their own mechanism, and I have reviewed it. Currently, I think some societies have been able to do, like ComSoc, we have done it last year after a lot of effort. Um, it has to be a society effort than the sections. We have done it in IISc from section last year in the electrical department. Lots of people came there. So there are few piecemeal efforts, but IEEE as a brand didn't have that, our student community that can deliver, and I can go to some companies and say, why don't you take our people to the internship? This has to be worked out. This is not a 1 year effort. This is a significant effort because we have not built that brand to the industry, and industry itself has a mechanism to get it. What we can do is soft structuring. We can put a soft structure and work through the societies. And this is one reason I have also told many places, and I'll repeat here, the exicom members, we are mostly with the academic in many places, societies also. I'm not just saying subsections, saying societies. This is where ComSoc is 50-50. And even this year in the Bangalore sections, we have inducted almost like 10, 11 people from industries. Until unless these people see, they are the ambassador going back, and those industries would be into our role. But some branches do not have. So what we'll do, I'm just elaborating on your point, don't get me wrong. I have it noted. It needs a bit more work, but for some societies, some topics we might be able to do, but other topics it may take a bit more time.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, sir.
Hello. Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Good
please.
evening.
Yeah, I'm Akhilesh here. So, sir, as I think one of the person had mentioned about internships and stuff, right? But since IEEE is such a big club or a kind of a profitable organization where I mean a non-profitable organization, and we have a lot of good networkings with the industry professionals. I think we had conducted a BTC meet in Bangalore, which happened, and a lot of students got benefited too. Like they were able to network with network professionals, but the topic was only limited to metaverse. So what of the opinion I have is at least once in a year, if we can conduct just a networking session kind of a talk or a panel discussion where students can at least ask regarding the job opportunities and what are the current scenarios, whatever is happening, right? It would be really great. I just my opinion. It would really help out the
Yeah,
students.
no. I'm noting down. I'm not. So every opinion matters. So we will try to do, but what I'm also thinking, to be, placing to industries, we have our own, brand and relationship. So the people that goes first has to be the best set of people, right? Because otherwise that doesn't get built. So what we'll do it is we'll try to see, and in this year's BTC, we are planning to add one extra day for industry related workshops, where people can go on multiple topics around AI or different fields plus AI.
Correct.
So when we do that, we would also love to see, but we can maybe do selective people, those who will do well, those who would participate. Like last year, the fellowship that was, ma'am had started, 25 students that we could give. I want also to figure it out who are very sincere set of people in doing everything together to be able to put in the front row with the industries. I don't mean to exclude anybody, but I'm saying I need a front rowers to be able to do that well. So that's one part, so that there is an immediate result. But also on top of that, what you said, we will try to see how to do this job opportunity related or internship related broad kind of discussions that we can do it. I have taken note. Thank you.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello,
Please.
sir. Good evening. Yes, sir. Sir, just add a. It is just like as a add-on. Likewise, some places, as we know that many of the students they don't get placed, and at the end, what they do is they do a course for 6 months, 3 months. Then the company itself will provide something like job opportunities. Can we have some thought process like at the IEEE level? Can we design something like graduate finishing schools for our undergraduate students, so that it would be beneficial for all the students, rather than going out somewhere and paying with a higher amount of fees over there. Instead of that, if we have something like we as academicians and with the help of whatever the great networking we have at the IEEE level, I think it would be very beneficial if we can design something like graduate finishing school, where what is the expectation of the industry, and accordingly what we can contribute from our end as academia and also from the industry. So that would be actually a very good idea, I think, sir. I feel so. Thank you.
No, it's a good point, and I can just add one thing here. Param, I'm taking your time, so I hope it's okay. You can stop me after this question or whenever. But I've been NASSCOM's Engineering R&D Council, and last 2 years we have put some effort on the talent side of it. I mean, I've been leader for the talent. There are other faculties, and we have created NASSCOM Future Skill Prime. This is a platform in which 5 foundation courses and embedded course we have just launched, bootstrapped, that kind of model. And there is a boot camp that we have done it recently. These are keeping this in mind because many industries we have taken the inputs and we have done it, and they are not expensive. They're very nominal charges into that. So we have to see IEEE one challenge that the leadership changes and the priorities. So doing something very long term has been a little challenge, but I've taken note and let me give thoughts not to react onto this and come back. So I'm hearing your internship, job opportunities, broader questions, finishing schools. Those are the important things what students want, right? Yes, please. Last question, maybe.
Hello. Hello, sir. This is Anil from Mysore. I'm the current subsection representative, and recently I went on calling almost all the branch councillors in my region, asking about the current condition and current what's happening in their student branch. So in that scenario, what happened is I came across few branch councillors from government engineering college, where they mentioned the issue of maybe a lack of financial condition or lack of exposure to certain students. So my suggestion from my end would be the IEEE as organization have a good amount of resources and minds who can cater those students. So if at least once or twice in a year, if we could gather a big event where we can accommodate all such students who don't have facility and the privileges to access the basic skills required for the industry, say aptitude training or spoken English training, such things. So at least if we provide them where you can look for resources and just provide them a bit exposure once or twice in a year, that would be a great help for such thing. I mean, this can also help people outside the IEEE as well.
Well, good point, and I've seen it in some of these government colleges. See, if the finance is the only part, even in this hackathon that we are doing, I've already committed for a little funds for some of these colleges. Um, that's one part, but also I think students have to be kind of ready. What you should also work on as a student body in different ways. We bring many a times very many senior people and professors, faculties, but either less number of people joining or they just drop out after some time. So that is the challenge that faculties face. You also need to understand both sides of it because there's a lot of effort goes. I did a 5G course. Nokia, offered it, their own program. One student joined in the webinar, okay, in 5G, one student. So, and then we did another one in which it started with 20, and then next day was 10, and the third day was like 2. So I think you have to find it out, and also through the branch counselor, not just student body, orient people's mind that without going into depth, this quick thing of getting jobs and doing minimum to get the job, this I think would not work. I think people need to get back to the root and spend time and go into the depth to be able to do. So we did few of the programs with MATLAB and others. Now I don't know which college and these, I'm not equating everybody. You have to keep trying, right? You have to keep doing it. Some people will take it. So I'm not generalizing, but I'm also saying that please see if what is the thing that you can also orient those people. And once they're ready, this readiness is very, very important. Student readiness to learn a certain thing, a prerequisite to be done, some assignments to be done, to come to the point to leverage these brain people. That's very, very important. Now, what you said, the other thing is on the soft skills of English and things like that. I think anything shorter duration course or giving exposures, I think IEEE is a good place to give exposures. But long drawn programs, we also have challenge to offer to do it. But I'm hearing you out, and let me think and talk to Exicoms and few other people. Maybe in March meeting when you do, I can give some more points on this. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So I guess, Param, it's time. Yes. Otherwise, I will consume all of it and you won't get a chance.
Yes,
And I think annual
yes,
plan is very important. There are some other, the student reps in their branches, what things are happening.
Yes,
they would also like to share. Now, if we have less time today, you can defer some of them for the next meeting, not to rush through, because I think people should enjoy and drop it. So I hope I have been able to give you the broader picture. You also need to align and please help to get more numbers in rightful way, and colleges can leverage through the societies. Let me know. We have a chair at IEEEbangalore.org. In that you can send, but concrete proposals, mails, not like very small points that there are so many others to do it. If you have a thought, I'm reading everything and I'm able to take care one way or the other. If it's not this year, we'll push it for the future. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Will you continue in the meeting or
yeah, I'll be there, but you can start.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be in the silent mode.
Sure, sir. That's what, if you are leaving, we want to take photo. That's it.
You can take that in any case if you want to take and do it, and then start the rest, or I can wait. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, I'll wait.
No, we can take one now. Otherwise, I request all of you to switch on the camera. We can have one photo with sir. Subramanya, please. Everyone is there. Annappa sir is also joined.
Yes, I can see him.
Hello. Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Anandi, ma'am. Good evening. Very good evening. Done?
Yes, sir.
Is it done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Please continue.
Yes, Mahima, please.
Thank you, sir, for solving all the queries. Now I request Dr. Parameshachari B D, currently working as professor in Meenakshi Institute of Technology, Bangalore, SAC Chair, immediate past chair of IEEE Mysore subsection, and founder chair of IEEE Information Theory Society, Bangalore chapter, to address the
Okay.
gathering.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mahima. Hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, welcome all of you. Sir has already, our Bangalore section chair, Dr. Aloknath De has explained very well about the activities of 2023. So just I would like to highlight the student activity committees, events plan, what are the events we have planned for 2023. So myself, Dr. Parameshachari B D, I'm the SAC chair for IEEE Bangalore section, and similarly we have take the SAC representatives from each subsection. So as we know that three subsections under the IEEE Bangalore section. So Dr. Kiran from IEEE Mysore subsection, Professor Pushparaj Shetty from Mangalore subsection, and Dr. Sridhar Iyer from North Karnataka subsection. And we have identified the student volunteers based on the interview. We have called for, we have sent the e-notice to identify the student section, student representative. And we have with us mentor Mr. Prithviraj and Srinidhi, and Dr. Mr. Subramanya and Skanda for section, student representative from for the Bangalore section. And similarly for Mysore subsection, Anirudh R. Kavishwar for Mangalore subsection, Shreya S. Ganguly, and for North Karnataka subsection, Moti Anjali Mahesh. So this is very important critical point, as already sir has mentioned. So you should submit the annual report before the 31st January 2023. So without submitting this annual report, so the student branch will not get the funds from the IEEE Bangalore section as well as the IEEE headquarter. So you please submit this report and keep that the PDF copy after submitting the annual report. The PDF will generate. So you please keep that PDF copy for the for submitting the report through email, Google form if the section asks. Okay, so this is very important. You please keep it in mind that I request all the student branch volunteers, office bearers, and the branch counselors, please submit the annual report before 31st January of 2023. And you have to upload the officer reporting. So this is very important. We observed many of the student branch not updated the student branch chair, secretary, treasurer, and the webmaster details. You please update the, even I observed some of the student branch, so there is no updation of the branch counselor details also. I request all of you to please update the branch counselors details in the officer reporting. Officer, branch counselors, and office bearers of the student branch. So this type of dashboard will be there in your if you log on to this IEEE Vtools. So just log on to IEEE Vtools. So this type of dashboard will be appear. You please fill all the details of your student branch. And you have to maintain some of the, see in the officer reporting, so there are limited positions are available, but you please make sure that in your internal you can make separate committees. So you don't stick on only the committees mentioned in the positions mentioned in the Vtool. You please make the different committees to operate the if your student branch for successful completion of the events or successful running of the events. You can have different committees like chair, vice chair, joint secretary, treasurer, and women engineering committee, student activity committee, society chapter committee, program committee, publicity committee, membership committee, finance committee, like that. So you please make the different committees in your student branch so that you can conduct the activities without any issues. And student society memberships. See, IEEE student branch is for college. Society membership, based on your interest, you can join any of the societies. So there are 35 technical societies are there. You can join any of the interested society. And also please keep it in mind that IEEE is not only for electrical, electronics and computer science students. Even civil and mechanical engineering students can also join, and they can start their the interested chapters. So for mechanical engineering, they can go for vehicular technology and robotics and automation society. For civil engineering, they can go for oceanic engineering, geoscience and remote sensing society, biotechnology. Similarly, for biotechnology, and these are the chapters are common to all branches of engineering. Even for engineering student can also join for, sorry, even for MBA students, MBA, BCA, BBM students can also join for IEEE. So even MBA students can also join for IEEE. They can start the chapter technology and engineering management. So based on your interest, you please approach, and please inform the different branch of students in your student branch. You can conduct the membership development activities for all the students. So please don't stick on only to your respective department. We can invite the students for all branch of the students of your college. Whenever you are organizing the events, you please invite all branch of students for the activities conducted under the IEEE student branch. And to create an chapter, so we require only 6 students. So only 6 students to create, only 6 students are required to start the new chapter in your student branch. So that chapter comes under your student branch. So one faculty member is required. So who is also the member of that particular society, and he is going to become the student branch chapter advisor, the faculty advisor. Okay, so this is very important. So you please at least you start one chapter in your student branch. So that is very important. Not only holding only student branch, it is not much effective. If you join any of the society chapters, it is very good. You can get some fund from the respective chapters as well. And these are the events we have planned already this month. We have BC Meet, and also as our chair has mentioned, we are conducting the every alternate month. We are having the SAC leadership meet and the branch councillors meet. So that we can interact more. And if any doubts or any clarifications, you please send an email to chair@iebbangalore.org, or you can contact me by phone or email. And and we are planning one more MDC activities by online in the before 31st. We will communicate through email or the WhatsApp. And this time we are initiated one more event is Section Connect. So we are planning to visit along with the chair of IEEE Bangalore Section, Dr. Aloknath sir. We are planning to visit along with executive members of IEEE Bangalore Section. Our industry people are there. We will come along with them, and we are planning to visit the North Karnataka student branches. On the tentative dates, we will finalize the dates after discussion with the North Karnataka subsection chair. We are finalizing the dates to visit the student branches. So we'll discuss with the respective student branches, and we are planning to visit the North Karnataka student branches in person. We are planning to visit, and we will meet the concerned faculty members, branch counselors, and the volunteers of the respective student branches. So we'll arrange if we could arrange the talks, it is very helpful. So you please contact us. So those who are the North Karnataka subsection student branches, you please contact your subsection chair or me through email or the phone. And we are planning one more event in the month of February. We are planning Walk with IEEE Fellow. So one of our professor, Dr. Subhash Chandra Mukhopadhyay, is visiting to Bangalore. We are planning this Walk with IEEE Fellow on 19th February 2023. So the venue we will update through email. It is scheduled on 19th February 2023. And see, as you know that the membership is going to be down in the month of February. So we would like to have one membership development challenge for the duration of 5th February to 27th February uh, to increase the membership, and to you can conduct the membership development activities in your respective student branches. So for that, as our chair has mentioned, so we would like to have some prize distributions during the Code Express. So more details about this we will send through an email. And one more, in the month of April, we are planning to visit the Mangalore subsection student branches. So these are the tentative dates. So this will, we are planning to visit the student branches in person, so that we can meet with us and we can have some discussion to conduct the activities, how to strengthen the IEEE activities in your respective student branches. In the month of May, we are planning to have the project exhibition in the month, the 20th May 2022. So this venue will be, we need to finalize. Any of the student branch is willing to host this event. So some of the person has, the few of the student branch counselors have posted in the chat window to how to organize the Bangalore section events in our student branch like that. If any of your student branch is willing to host this event, please contact us. So based on the facilities or the requirements, we will finalize the venue. And we are also planning to conduct volunteers training program. The last year also is planned this event, and we would like to continue the same thing. The date for this volunteers training program we will update soon. And in the month of July, we have IEEE Connect. So the 8th series of the international conference of flagship conference of IEEE Bangalore section, which is going to be held in MS Rama Institute of Technology. On that time, we would like to invite all the branch counselors for the dinner on 15 July 2023. So chair will address all the branch counselors on that day. So I request all the branch counselors to make a note of this. So please note the date, the 15th July 2023. So we will send the email once more regarding this, the branch counselors meet during the IEEE Connect, the flagship conference of IEEE Bangalore section. And we are planning the biggest, the event of this student activity committee. So that is student congress. So we are planning some of the events for this student congress. So again, this is also month of August, 20th August we have planned. And the venue of this student congress is need to be finalized. So any of the student branches is willing to host this event. So you please contact us. So we, after discussion with the student volunteers and the executive members, we will finalize the venue. So we are planning the poster presentations. So poster presentation of your student branch. So what are the activities you conducted in the student branches? So those posters you can display during the student congress. So the best poster presentation will get the awards on the student congress. And IEEE Day is also one of the very important event in the IEEE. We have to celebrate on the first week of October. So you can plan your student branch. We would also like to organize this event in any of the student branch. So the venue we need to finalize. So any of the student branches is willing, so please contact us in this regard. And the membership challenges, as we mentioned. So if you please, many student branches are not having the membership. So at least all the student branch should maintain minimum 20 student members in your student branch. So some of the student branches are having zero membership. So those membership should be increased. So for that, for the those who are increased the membership from 0 to 20. So as our chair has mentioning that we can support the activities of the student branches like that, our chair has mentioned. We will discuss with and we'll finalize what type of the support from the section to the respective student branch. And also we are planning to identify the 10 best branch counselors for the duration of this month, the 1st May 2023 to 15th July 2023. The awards for this 10 best branch counselors will be the awards for the 10 best branch counselors we will distribute during the student congress to be held in the month of August 2023. 20th August 2023, we have planned the IEEE student congress. So we will confirm all the dates. So now all the dates are tentative only. We will finalize the dates and we will update as and when. So the section from the section support to the student branches. So generally all the every year the section will support the student branches for the financial support will be provided to all the student branches. So only thing is you should upload all the events through Vtools. Okay. So whenever the event is completed, you please update the events, update the event details in the Vtool. So that is very, very important. And also the submission, you please keep all the bills. So the bill is also very important. The bill name should be in the in your student branch. And I request all the student branch counselors and the student branch office bearers or the student volunteers, you should conduct at least these type of events. So monthly membership, development awareness program, and monthly exicam meeting you can conduct, and technical and soft skill training program, two workshops, the one workshop at least 2 to 3 days of workshop, and virtual speaker registration you can do it, at least 2 events in collaboration with the other student branch. Okay, you can collaborate with this other student branch, and those who are the biggest student branch, you please handle the small student branches, so that they can collaborate with you and they can conduct the events. So those events can be reported by both the student branches. So IEEE Day you can celebrate. So IEEE Extreme is also one of the most awaited event. So you please motivate your students to register for this IEEE Extreme, and you can organize the IEEE Distinguished Lecture Program either through physical or virtual. And we request all of you to submit the quarterly reports and submission of the bills, and upload all the events conducted by your student branch in Vtools only. Okay. So you can visit the IEEE for any of the activities. So if any queries, you please ask me, or otherwise you can put it in the chat window. Thank you all. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Now we give opportunity to 4 SBs, 2 large and 2 medium, to share their latest flagship events conducted in their college to get to know the outcomes of it.
Just before that,
Yeah.
may I just add 2 points?
Yes, sir, please.
One is, I think branch counselors may also have many points and their challenges. And today we are not able to discuss. This is a broader community. So in February meet, we will focus only with the branch counselors, and we would love to have like a real dialogue. And some of the points that came up, I mean, they will not be solved just like that, right? They have to be addressed. So I would love to have a very open dialogue in February with the branch counselors online. So
Yes,
please
sir.
set the date for that and we can
Yes.
circulate.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes.
one. And second is on the Vtools that you said and the submissions by 31st January. Maybe can you put a helpline kind of it on 30th or 31st, like you are doing an MDC. I saw some
Yes.
Vtools training,
Yes,
but
sir.
maybe it will be too late. So some kind of an helpline, some hours you can define and tell anybody has any problem,
Yes,
just
sir.
do it.
Sure, sir. Yes,
Right?
definitely
Something
we'll
of
do
that
it.
nature, just a suggestion.
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
Definitely we'll do it.
I just want to put one point here, sir. We
Please.
already have a community of 80 SPs connected. One point, they can ask any doubts they want. I mean, all chairs. So we are waiting for the questions. We are waiting to help them all to get it done.
Yes. No, you do that, but when you say, you have an helpline, you continue to solve in between, but it's like, income tax filing last minute, you are not able to do, some tools are breaking, something is
Yes,
that
sir.
they get a comfort that somebody is there to do it. And,
Yes,
and you
sure, sir.
also monitored, who is not able to do some calling. And I think the
Yeah, we
discipline
are
is a very
actually
important
followed the.
part. So I want to make sure this more we are disciplined, more we are out of these hygienic things, no, more we can focus on this. Otherwise, our energy is going in chasing and dialoguing and following up the procedural. If we can take care all automatically, then we can focus more on the right things, which is entrepreneurship, your internship, employment. But we have to free our time, otherwise it's going into this. So please do that. That's my suggestion. Thank
Sure,
you.
sir. Thank you.
SAC at IEEE Bangalore.org. Chengappa has posted.
Yes.
Yeah, please use that. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Firstly, I request NITK representative Dharani Dharan KS to present the SB flagship events report.
Yeah, thank you. Just one more. Is my screen
Visible, go ahead.
Yeah.
Your screen is visible.
So good evening, everyone. Yes, sir. Good evening, everyone. I'm Dharmi, so Vice Chair of NITK Student Branch. So our flagship event is the Envision program that's been happening for a few years. So if you, just to get an idea of why we introduced Envision, is that we realized earlier on that the first year's undergraduate students who are not really oriented towards research don't look at IEEE as a way to go forward just because they feel that they don't have enough benefits that come along with it. So we thought of bringing up something that gets them interested and introduce something that not a lot of people give us undergraduate students. So that's why we introduced Envision. Envision was an event which was aimed exclusively only at the first year undergraduate students, and we encouraged them to take up projects which would sort of help them understand certain fields that they won't necessarily get into or study about in their first year. So it's a too-long program for our first year student members, which are mentored by our second year members, and certain necessary guidance, and it's overlooked by our third and fourth year members. So we try to incorporate every possible society into it. We encourage a lot of students to take up interdisciplinary projects, everything ranging from projects which involve algorithms, web development, app development, uh, robotic projects, machine learning, deep learning projects, to even certain core mechanical, core civil projects too. So why Envision? What was the unique selling points that we tried to bring about and try to publicize in order to set us apart? So one was the fact that we highly publicize is that it's an opportunity for first years to work on resume worthy projects. So we do as much as of a quality check on the proposals as we can. We heavily try to guide them into uh, taking the best projects, sort of check out their niches, check out whether everything is in order, and help them even while the project is going to make it better if possible. And the other thing is we let the first years work hands-on for 2 months, which is something that not a lot of first years get to do in their in that year. Then the thing is that we introduced is that we allowed their direct seniors to mentor them, which sort of got which we hope built a sense of comfort for them. Then was we display these projects in an annual expo, which is open to the entire college. So we try to sort of publicize their work at the end of it, so that they kind of gain confidence over what they've done. Then we try to push them into exploring and experiencing different research field, and sort of reading on papers, trying to get new ideas to implement, and so on. The other thing is we showed that a lot of peer interaction is increased. You might be able to meet people you've never met before, connect with seniors who you usually might not get to meet, and network within the IEEE student branch of NITK. And these are some of the projects that we did last year, that is in the year of 2022. So as you can see, as I explained before, there are a multitude of projects, like ranging from ML projects to robotics projects to certain drone simulation projects, and even in Simulink, and so on and so forth. I think you can look at it again. And yeah, so the next set of Envision projects is going to be starting soon, possibly in the start of month of February. That's February 1st. I think we'll be starting on with this year's Envision projects. And that's all. Thank you.
As a quick point, Dhanish, it was great that you guys are conducting. Can we have this PPTs? It's a request to all the SPs who are presenting. It would be great practice if you can share a brief thought on how the event flow is conducting, so other SPs will also get motivated through this process.
Yes, sir. So what we usually start off with is we start off with probably a publicizing event to sort of get the first years educated on what IEEE is. And then we conduct our membership drive, and immediately we start off with these projects. And while right before the membership drive, we ask the second years to start thinking on proposals or ideas for projects, and then we start reviewing it about as soon as they start submitting. And then by the time the first year student members have entered the student branch, or like let's say inducted into it, we immediately roll out a form to give them like let them choose a project of their choice, and within a week or two we assign them to their projects and let them start working on it. I mean, I hope that answers the question, or do you want me to elaborate in certain?
Yeah, it's good. Thank you.
Thank you, Dharanidharan. Now I request Prakriti of SIT College to present its report.
One minute, I'm just sharing my screen. Is my screen visible? Can I have a confirmation?
Yes,
Yes,
it's visible.
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity to present our event report in front of you all. Before we begin, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Prakriti C, representing the V Affinity Group of IEEE SIT SP today. Today, I'm here to talk about our flagship event, VCode. VCode is a national event called our hackathon, which was conducted on 21st January 2023 to uplift women in engineering and give a platform to fellow students to showcase their innovative ideas. The theme this year was Consumer at Ease with 8 different domains. We wanted to highlight women in the event, and the team composition are as follows. We made sure there's at least 2 women in a team of 4, 1 woman in a team of 3, and 2 women in a team of 2. And we also made sure that a leader is a woman. Why VCode was sponsored by Computer Society of India, who was a sponsor from 2019 for this specific event. We were also sponsored by Yugo Bank, Vishwas Jewelers, Pranavasi Academy, and Nandini Milk Dairy. We began our event with our curtain raiser. We launched our website to show this is a screenshot of our website, which was developed by our affinity group. And we also had a talk. We have observed that in our college, a lot of first years and the second years don't have a knowledge on what a hackathon is and how to go about. We wanted to educate them and make sure they are comfortable in participating in VCode. That's why we organized a talk called as Crack the Hack, which was done by Ashita Sargur, who is the ex-V chairman, who is also a software developer engineer at Target presently. And to continue with, this is the poster we launched on the day of the curtain raiser. After a lot of registrations and the campaigning in the different colleges, which was actually supported by the other IEEE student branches in their colleges as well, we got 147 abstracts with over 500 plus participants. We had 21 mentors from prestigious companies like Redbus, Mercedes-Benz, Pegasystem, Acolyte, JP Morgan, to name a few. We shortlisted 43 teams for the major event. And the 147 abstracts we received were from the colleges such as IEEE Bangalore, SJB Acharya Institute, Sri Krishna Technology of Institute, SJB IT, CMR IT, to name a few. On the day of the event, we had different 5 prizes. The first, actually, we were just had just the first prize, second prize, and the female prize, which were followed for the 3 years. But this year, we introduced a special called as a best idea. Why we introduced this prize was we wanted to encourage a lot of first, second, and third years to also participate in. A lot of them have a fear that the fourth years have a major hand in the technology, but the first, second, and third year might have a good idea. That's why we wanted to encourage them. That's why we had a special prize which had a 5,000 worth for the best idea. And this was the first mentoring round in our event. And apart from that, a special prize were introduced on the day of the event, which was the best mentor prize. which was given by all the 21 mentors collectively for the team which had a lot of potential but didn't know how to go about, which if trained properly, if it would have gone with the best idea, and that was given. And apart from this, the total prize money we had for this event was 29K, and the feedback we received was not only that we had a 500 plus registration, the satisfaction we had that a lot of people turned up to us and came that they were happy that we had a guide of crack the hack on the curtain razor, which helped them to go about the hackathon, and the encouragement we gave for the IEEE volunteers and the volunteers gave about for the participants in the college, and they were thankful for us, and they came up and told to us that what they couldn't learn in 1 or 2 years, they learned it for this event in 1 week, and they could at least some part of it they could execute it. This what satisfy us today, and this is what I would like to tell about our event, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Prakriti.
Thank you.
Now I request representative of MIT, Purnima, to present SB flagship events report.
Hello everyone, I am Purnima R from MIT Mysore, IEEE chairperson for this current year, and I am here to present about the flagship event done in the year 2022. So we had basically two flagship events, that's Hackathon and Think Blink. So Hackathon is the 24 hours coding challenge where students were guided by the mentors, and all the students around the state participated well. So this was 24 hours hackathon, as I mentioned. So it was from 21st of October 2022 and ended on 22nd October 2022 in the evening.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Can you just present the screen? There is some notification in the go.
Yeah,
The
is it
screen
okay?
you're presenting. Not yet.
Okay.
No. You are actually presenting a different window. Just share the proper window.
Okay, just a minute.
Thank you.
Is it visible now?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, we conducted hackathon, which is 24 hours challenge. So it started in the month of October 21st in the evening and ended on 22nd of October in the evening. So various students were allowed to participate all over the state. So we had facilities for them to stay up all night, and even the best guiders around the state were guiding them. So we had very good coordinations in our team so that we could manage well. Winners were awarded with 50,000 cash prize, and winners and runner-up. Runner-up was given excited cash prize. So this was about hackathon, and the second event which we conducted was Think Blink, where we had several rounds. Like we had poster designing and code decoding and ideathon and various such events. So students from around the state, from different colleges, actively participated in this event, and even the winners were awarded with exciting cash prize based on their events. So this was on 4th December, and it was about like letting analyze their skills and the basic knowledge about the particular event was like if they know coding and decoding, they could do better in that field. So as there were many participated, like 100 plus participants in this think link, and even we had 150 our flagship event. Thank you.
Thank you, Purnima. Now I request a representative of PES Mandya, Yashaswini, to present the flagship events report.
Just a second. Am I audible?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Hello everyone, I am Yashaswini from IEEE PAC, currently holding the position of Student Activities Coordinator in a student branch, guided by our branch counselor Dr. Puneet Kumar MB. This academic year has given a great start for IEEE PAC. We had a massive jump of membership where we tripled in size with nearly 150 plus active members. And our flagship event that happened last week was Octus 23.0. And it was not just a day's event, but spanned over a week. Octus means growing together. So we want our student branch to grow technically and make them competent. And Octus 23.0 contain wide range of events, both technical and non-technical, which help students from various semesters and departments to interact, learn, and engage in activities that help showcase their interests and talents. And the next, we started with the hands-on workshop on Python, which was conducted as a 3-day series where the experts covered topics ranging from basics to small projects, where students learn to build simple games from scratch. And after the Python, we had a technical talk on RPA, that is robotic process automation, which was one of the first technical talk that was conducted by one of the IEEE Exicom member, where he explained the importance of robotic process automation and he demonstrated how to build simple automated robots. And then next, we had a webinar on higher studies in order to help students navigate and get a clear picture on what's in store after engineering. We organized a webinar with Arjun MY, who is an alumni and is currently working in Amazon. He gave students an optimized roadmap to land a seat in top universities. And then next, we had a technical talk on cloud computing. And this was done by the Secretary of IEEE Mysore subsection and Industrial Professional Yashwant ML, where he helped students to indulge in the world of cloud. And he showed the practical applications on various cloud platforms. With this, we ended the technical section of the Octus, and we kickstarted with non-technical events, which started with rapid quiz. And rapid quiz was based on Amul advertisements, which we used to see on a daily basis from childhood, where the company endorsed animations in order to enhance their sales. Participants were quizzed on the same in teams, and the teams who got the most right won the quiz. And then next we had Techinar, and this was also fun event with a tinge of technicality, where students were given magazines from the IEEE spectrum, which they had to choose a topic and present it. And the ones with the best presentation took the prizes home. And next, we had a Shark Tank, which is a marketing game where students had to pitch their ideas or products in order to impress the judges, and they back the prices according to the judges' opinions. And at last, we had a esports event. This was a gaming event based on the very popular Indian game called Battlegrounds, where students had to compete and follow the rules and win the game, and they were rewarded for the same. And with over 600 registrations, we ended Octus 23.0 with annual general meet, where prizes were distributed to all the winners across all the events conducted over the past week. And we bid the farewell to the Exicom team of 2021-22. On this note, I conclude my presentation. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Yashaswini. Now it's time for Q&A session. If you have any doubts, you can clarify it in chat box, or you can unmute yourself and clarify it.
I really enjoyed listening to you. All of them are very interesting. PES Mandya, I think, varieties of events with fun, and all of them are with an hands-on angle of it. Each one quite elaborate, whether it is women in engineering focus or your different problem statement that you created for the bots in NITK. Fantastic. So keep it up. And these are, I think, good templates for many other colleges. And you add your own tinge to it, and keep learning both ways, technically as well as the fun way.
Thank you, sir.
There are a couple of people raised their hand. Do you guys have any questions? So, or else we'll wrap up the session. And there are a few questions in the chat box regarding, shall we have a clear picture on how IEEE will help students to get their AICT activity points? I guess Alok sir can take this up.
Yeah, this, as I told, we are doing this principals forum. We have got this in place, but post that in March meeting, I can update you how it will be done. Or even before that, maybe through branch counselor or other ways. But this is the discussions. I see potentials. We are exploring, but we would hear from various angles, because many of the events that you do, some colleges have started doing. I talked to Bagalkot, for example, and they have started giving. If people are participating this many hours, every 4 hours is a point, equivalent in AICT. So, but how you do that, and depending on either positions and activities, or there are certain types of activities. So please allow, I'm trying to connect these dots. I don't have an answer, but I know that there is a good things that's possible between IEEE as a professional network, college principals, and students that are contributing into activities, and AICT, or the whole NEP 2020. These four cuts, there must be something very good that will come out. It's just that we have to work it out. So please allow me that time, and we'll come back.
Thanks for that answer, sir.
And please keep your all January onwards activities recorded, so that if we find a way, then we would like to start from January, whichever way we found, but we will have to count backwards. So it might be a little bit tricky to go back and to get this, but I'm hoping that you will have some records to utilize it. Thank you.
Sure, sir, we'll work on it. Thanks for that elaborative answer. I would also like to bring this to all participants' notification that in the chat box, we have added a link of a WhatsApp group. We are planning to create a collaborative environment or a community where we can find all the IEEE members across the section, predominantly students and branch counselors, which we are trying to pull out all the IEEE Bangalore section events, or where it's a community where we can share all our events or thoughts of the execution plan. So if you can feel comfortable, you can join the community so we can explore more IEEE things in the later part of social media. Thank you.
Thank you. The essence of all beautiful art is gratitude. I'm Mahima Bhatt on behalf of Bangalore Section and Student Activity Committee. Take the privilege to propose vote of thanks to this meeting. I convey deep regards and hearty thanks to Dr. Aloknath De Chair, IEEE Bangalore Section for spending valuable time with us in the meeting and sharing valuable information with us. Thank you, sir. I'm extremely grateful to Dr. Parameshachari B D for sharing thoughts on events and thank you, sir. I thank all the dignitaries present in this meeting. Last but not the least, I thank all the participants of the meeting for your active participation in the meeting, and we hope to get the same support in future. Thank you one and all.
So I personally thank all the student of branch office bearers and the branch counselor for joining us today. So we'll meet you soon. Thank you all.
Thank you. Good night.
Yes,
Good
thank
night.
you, sir. Good night, sir.
I
Thank you.
really enjoyed. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir. So we would like to have the alternate month like this event.
Sure, please.
Sure. Thank you, sir. Thank you.